In this shuffle dance video, we are going to talk about a very common buzzword, and that is textures. You will hear this not just in shuffle dance, but in so many different dance styles. Dance with different textures. Try to add different textures to your flow. So I'm going to break down a few examples of that, what it means, and what it can look like in shuffle dance. So the first texture we're going to talk about is sharpness. Now, when I tell you, think of something sharp, you could think of maybe a blade. You could even think of just like the edge of a countertop, right? That corner piece, it has really clean lines, really clean angles, and it's sharp. So if we were to apply this to our shuffle dance, I'm gonna use right now just the running man and the T-step, and you're gonna see how sharpness, thinking of having clean lines, clean edges, clean angles, how that's gonna translate, all right? This is really important to note. It's not just gonna translate in what your feet are doing, but it's really important when we're working with textures to also get the upper body involved, because it's gonna open up so many more opportunities for how you can actually apply this texture. So let's start with sharpness. If I'm just doing a standard running man, standard T-steps, right? I'm gonna add sharpness here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is drive my knee up with a little bit more intention. Ha! Creating that nice clean line and that clean angle here. Next, in my T-step, I'm gonna pull in with a lot more sharpness and agility. So I'm really emphasizing that perch point. Lastly, I'm gonna add sharper upper body movements that help to indicate that level of sharpness. The next texture we're gonna talk about is softness or smoothness. So when I think of this, and we're thinking of a literal texture in everyday, I think of like a really soft carpet or a really soft blanket. So I'm a sucker for blankets. So I'm thinking of like the way that I would rub my hands or move my hands across something that's just like really, really soft to the touch. I'm probably not doing it in a sharp way. I'm kind of moving slow, right? I'm like really letting that softness of the material sink into my skin. And so now we're gonna translate that into shuffle dance. So how can our body move if we were moving smoother? The first thing, if we're using the running man and T-step, maybe I allow my perch to be a little bit more fluid, kind of like I'm passing through it rather than really accentuating it at the top, right? Maybe as I'm moving, when I'm thinking of like this kind of motion of touching that really soft carpet or pillow or blanket or whatever it is, notice that I'm kind of curving a little bit as well. So I could add that into my smooth or soft flow. So maybe the pattern that I'm actually tracing across the floor is a little bit smoother, using more rounded edges instead of really sharp and linear ways of moving. Then with my upper body, and I will demonstrate all of this, then with my upper body, the same thing. Maybe I literally just use my arms in this fluid way. I'm moving with smoothness. Every time I do a motion with my arms, it's continuous, right? Unlike sharp, I'm not really stopping and hitting at very clear angles. I'm moving through my movement in a more soft way, using my shoulders, my chest, my arms, my head, etc. So using the same running man and T-step, this is what it could look like. Notice I'm moving a little bit more circularly, right? My arms and upper body, it's kind of like everything just smoothly blends into one another. One thing is not stopping and starting harshly into the other. The final texture I'll give an example of today is bouncy. So let's think of like a really big yoga ball, right? So that is bouncing on the floor. As soon as it's down, it's back up. It feels like it's rebounding. It feels kind of like high energy. So if we were to apply this to shuffling, oftentimes we would see this actually in cutting shapes. Cutting shapes naturally has a really bouncy texture. So when we think of movements like scissors, Charleston, right? All of these movements have a natural bounce to them, but we can also get that bouncy texture if we want it inside of our traditional running man and T-step. and add this layer over top of it. So while we normally want our T-step and running man to be a little bit more grounded, especially if we're practicing styles like the Melbourne Shuffle, we can always add these textures creatively. So for example, maybe I want to bounce with my upper body a little bit more, right? It doesn't mean that I have to be hopping on the ground. So maybe I'm going to add that element of bounciness through my upper body by really emphasizing the down bounce, right? I could do the opposite and pull my chest up every time I step down and emphasize the up bounce, right? Ha, ha. Same in my T-step. Notice that nothing really is changing in my lower body, but my upper body has a lot more of a bouncy texture. All right, so that was a crash course on adding some textures to shuffle dance. There are so many more and so many more nuances that you can go into with this. If exploring textures is something that's interesting to you, it's really helpful to know what textures will look good with your unique shuffle style. For example, for me, the bouncy one that I displayed at the end, it might have looked okay, but it's just not for me. And it takes time and practice and repetition and feedback to be able to know what textures really, really work with you so you can take them and run with them. If you want to have my expert feedback on your shuffle dance, being able to watch your shuffle videos, do live coaching calls, and also access to my shuffle courses, I highly recommend joining one of them because you get all of that and more. You'll be able to have my eyes specifically on your shuffle flow, your shuffle freestyle, explaining to you how to get from where you are right now to where you want to be based on your unique goals and your unique style. I'm going to leave more information on my footwork blueprint course. It's the perfect place to get started with this. I'll leave information on that in the description. Make sure you comment and let me know any other things that you want to learn about shuffle dance, what is interesting to you right now, and remember to subscribe to Shuffle Shred. I will always teach you how to be a confident, powerful, and unique shuffle dancer. I'll see you in the next video.